There are multiple different items across Dandy's world, some being deemed useful, some being called useless. In this video, I'll show how to use your items so even the quote-unquote useless items are useful, and so the helpful items don't go to waste. Let's start off with the most simple tier of items, the useless ones, starting off with gumballs are claimed to be the most useless item in Dandy's world, or are they? Gumballs are an item that boosts a random stat by 10% for 5 seconds and have 3 uses. While people say this is too short to do anything, that is just simply not the truth. Gumballs can be the difference between life and death. What? Don't believe me? Speed and stam boosts. These are useful for when you're escaping twists, low on stamina, or distracting faster twists such as Pebble, Glisten, or during the Christmas event, Babette and Cole. Extraction and skill check boosts. If you're on a dangerous floor, any boost towards getting machines done will help, even if it's a short one or a small one. Trust me, it matters. Stealth. Stealth boosts allow for you to, assuming you have the same stealth as the distractor, pass through the distracting area to get to any machines on the other side. Although you should send a higher stealth tune, this is always an alternative. Stealth boosts could even save you from griefers if timed right. These could save your run someday, just as they have saved many of mine. Chocolates give a 10% walk speed boost and increase your max stam by 25 for 10 seconds. Just as I said with the speed and stam section with the gumballs, chocolates are a very good item for you to hold on to when escaping twisteds. Although they give walk speed, not run speed, they can easily save chases with their stam boost. And for distractors, a 10% movement speed boost could help you outwalk faster twisteds for 10 seconds, allowing you to regen all your stamina. One of Dandy's World players' most hated items. Does it really deserve the hate? Let's analyze it some more to find out. Stopwatches increase skill check size by 50 for 15 seconds. This boost is almost equivalent to the thinking cap trinket, only the stopwatch gives a higher boost. These items are great for low skill check tunes such as Blot, Bassie, Shrimpo, and Cosmo, but can benefit anyone since the bigger the skill check, the more completion on a machine. I've decided to group these two together since they are very similar. However, since we are in the common section, I'll talk about the stamina candy first. Stamina candies are an item that increase stamina generation by 50% for 20 seconds. This can be useful for low stam tunes such as Yada, Shrimpo, Gigi, Finn, Shelly, Coco, Flight, and Tisha. However, low stam tunes aren't the only tunes these items are good for. Stamina candies are a great way to recover stamina quickly, especially if you don't have an Astro or Babette, especially if paired with a movement speed boost. Now let's move on to protein bars. Protein bars are an item that give 150% stamina regeneration for 25 seconds. Basically an upgraded version of the stamina candy. These are nice to hold on to, especially if you have low stamina or are distracting a hard combo. Otherwise, the information on the stam candy also works for protein bars. Stealth candies give you a 25% stealth boost for 8 seconds. Not much to say about this item other than it's great for getting past someone with the twisteds or transferring twisteds to the distractor, assuming you have the same stealth. This item can also save you from griefers. Pops give 45 stamina. These are great to hold on to while distracting as a replacement for bottles of pops or boxes of chocolates, or even if you're in a chase and low on stam. I think it's easy to understand how these are great, so I'm not going to say much more. That about sums up the common items, so now we will move on to the These increase both walk and run speed by 25% for 5 seconds. The movement speed section of the gumballs also apply here, except the boost is better. That boost is enough to, if you're playing as Pebble with a distracting set, outwalk Twisted Pebble or Glisten, or allow tunes with 2-star speed to outrun Pebble as their run speed is lower than his chase speed. Note, this does not apply in panic mode. Instructions give a 100% extraction boost for 10 seconds, extraction speed candies give a 50% boost for 5 seconds, and skill check candies give a 25% skill check chance boost for 15 seconds. Instructions and extraction speed candies are a great replacement for a boost from Shelly, and generally allow you to complete machines faster. However, all three can come in clutch on dangerous floors, or just if you want to speed up the floors. especially if you pair skill check candy with magnifying glass and or participation award. Now we shall move on to the items that most Dandy Swirl players deem good items, yet some people still waste them. Welcome to the jumper cables add a larger amount of completion to a machine, which is very useful when on dangerous floors if your team want things to move fast. So these are another great item to hold on to. Controversial opinion incoming. Bandages should be saved for main tunes as they only have 2 hearts, and since bandages restore 1 heart, they're perfect for mains. Medkits restore 2 hearts, so they should be saved for non-main tunes. Medkits should be saved for Cosmo, not bandages. I know people may yell at me in the comments for that, but I promise it's easier for everyone that way. This is also why when me and my friends play, bandages always go to me when I play as Pebble, especially if I'm distracting, and medkits always go to them. Air horns lower your stealth by 50 for 10 seconds. These are amazing items to have for saving teammates or for distractors, especially ones that aren't Pebble, or if you are Pebble, but your ability is on cooldown. Using these in runs for no reason can have consequences, especially if you pull Twisteds off of your distractor, or just alert the Twisteds to nearby extractors, causing havoc to the whole run. Now, I may be a little biased here because Jawbreakers are my favorite item, but these are probably one of the best items in the game. Jawbreakers give a random 50% boost for 20 seconds, so everything I said about the gumballs apply here except the effects are better. These are good no matter who you're using. Extractor, extraction, and skill check boost get machines done extremely fast, and stealth boost prevent aggro from Twisteds if someone else is being chased, allowing you to finish that machine. Distractor, speed boost, and stamina boost benefit your ability to distract greatly. Jawbreakers are 100% golden approved. Bonbons are an item only attainable through Coco's ability and the random items cards. They give a 25% speed boost and 50% extraction boost, which is great for tunes like V who has high extraction speed but low movement speed, as well as Shrimpo for obvious reasons. I'm going to group the last 2 item categories together. These categories hold the average Dandy World player's favorite items, and these categories are Bells of Pops, or Bops, fully restore your stam, making them a great item to hold on to, especially if you're in a solo, have low stam or movement speed, or are a distractor. However, these get overshadowed by another very rare item, that being one of my favorite items. Boxes of Chocolates, or Box, increase max stam by 25% and run speed by 10% for 10 seconds. These can help any tune that picks it up: the low stam, the high stam, the low speed, and the high speed. These should be used all at once, especially when escaping faster twists such as Pebble, Coal, Babette, and Glisten. I see a lot of people wasting smoke bombs, and y'all gotta stop. This item makes Twisted lose interest for 3 seconds. Warning, it does not work on Dandy. You can do a lot of crazy clutches with these, especially if a Twisted is walking past you, sees you, you pop it, and suddenly the Twisted loses interest and turns around the other way, and now you're safe from that Twisted. I've done it on Pebble. It works. Trust. An item that can instantly finish machines. These can be a good replacement for remote if you don't have it, or if you need to get floors done quickly. It's better not to burn it in case you're on a bad floor, but who listens to the person who puts their videos up for weeks, then finishes them at 1 a.m. while coming up with ideas in a grocery store? So what if I told you I lied, and that wasn't the final section? Well, it was the final section of the items, but now we're going to be moving on to some extra things that you can also find well on your journey through Garden View, such as the an easy thing to understand. It gives 1% of research or 2% if you're Roger, but it also gives 2 Ichor, or Ichor, however you pronounce it. Do not pick up dangerous capsules such as ones in the distractors area. Also, watch out for Twisted Roger. That too. Tips are the currency used to buy from Dandy's shop, or used for Tegan, Blut, or Sprout's ability. They can be picked up from off of the ground, completing machines, or surviving floors. It is not recommended by me to use Fancy Purse or Coin Purse. And to all of my people who main tunes that require tapes for their abilities, I don't mean to be rude, but you don't need every tape on the ground, especially the one in risky spots, such as by the distractor. These are used to buy exclusive tunes and skins during the events. Not much else to say. Other than that, they can be picked up from off the ground, just like capsules or tapes. And if Bobette's on the floor, don't pick them up because they actually count as an item. Fun fact! I interviewed some of my friends, and here's what they have to say about some of their favorite items. Who I'm interviewing will be in the top right corner, just like where the markers for the sections have been this entire time. Jawbreaker. Boost is nice, length is nice, yes it can be situational, but it can be a good replacement for a tune boost. I really like Pop because it's good for refilling some stamina, and as someone who wants to speedrun floors / generally sprints around a lot, I think they're very useful. Personally, I prefer standard Pop or Bop, but both are really great. My piss is purple. Anyways, I'd say the Valve, because when in a public, the med kit has to be thought about, and people have to decide who gets it, when the extracting items are for extractors, and only I'm an extractor by heart, and it's good for its price, and gets an entire machine done, being the best extracting item, I think. Plus, anyone can have it when it shows up being a shop exclusive. I have gotten stuff wrong, and for that, I apologize. Then Jawbreakers, because gambling, and jumper cables because I don't like how long machines take sometimes to finish. And, honorable mention too, I like medkit from Hit Game Fighting. Thanks for watching my first guide video. I edited this at I don't know when, but I wrote the script for over 2 weeks and finished at 2 a.m. Also, you'll get a bonus video soon because of the stuff me and my mom have been seeing relating to one of my mains and my favorite character. So yeah, bye-bye for now, or something. I don't know.